Okay,
I
is
know
Strawberry
something
Punch
you
Snow
don't.
Cone too long of a flavor name? You're the culinary expert, Bella.
For what?
For my sparkling water.
Yes.
Thank you.
I don't know how the flavor of snow cone translates to water, but because then
Strawberry
it's
Punch
just
Snow Cone.
if you just call it strawberry punch, I feel like you'd get
That's fair.
the gist over. How do you translate the taste of ice?
Maybe it's just like the vibe of a snow cone?
What
Snow
if-
cones
what if-
have a
what if-
vibe.
I need a quote.
What if you're drinking it warm?
Well, I'm drinking it. It's at
What?
room temperature because I don't have a fridge in my room. I
I'm
don't know.
confused. I just got back.
Have you...
All right, everyone roll a d20.
Oh no.
Ah, crap.
Let's do this.
Oh, high roll today.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
On the money.
Ah,
LMAO.
I'm not. Everyone else is rolling friggin' single digits. Are you kidding me?
Get those low rolls out of the way. Oh, I'm gonna...
Well.
Thank you, Mr.
Oh.
Krabs.
Let me pull up my notes.
This week it appears that it's going to be Bella who's going to be recapping last session for us.
Man.
Go ahead, take your time.
Still setting up my computer.
Computadora.
That's computer in French.
Sure.
No.
I didn't know it was funnier either to point out that it was in Spanish or to be wrong.
Or to point out that it's
I
actually
think the-
German.
I think it was both. I think it was both funny.
It's computer?
Ha-
Like my favorite French music, mariachi.
Mm.
A French Mario.
Mario's French.
Cursed.
He goes, "It's me, Mario."
And then it goes...
It's me, Mario.
Hello, Mario.
Heights.
I love that guy who I don't know who does it, but he just goes, "Hello, Mario," as he's speaking as Luigi.
What? I was playing Sky before I do my recap. I was playing Skyrim last night,
You're welcome.
and I was over encumbered, swimming along the lake to Riverwood to sell some shit off.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going down the waterfall, and for no reason, I just went, "It's an endless void, Luigi." I don't know why. Anyway, recap last week's session goes like this. So, after conquering the strange, I don't remember what Solira was calling it. I know it was flesh golem, whatever.
Oh, the flesh golem.
The flesh beast,
Bakas.
whatever you were calling it. The party immediately started making their way back to Henrik's, feeling that they had done all they needed to do. On the way back, they encountered this strange cave that was overgrowing with moss that seemed to retreat at heat, not light, heat. And in that cave, we found this strange green emerald green gem that seemed to fit into one of the slots of the goblet that Solira had procured from the magic shop. After our way back out of that cave from finding that gem, we settled down for camp, at which point Brandy discovered that the imposters were still around, this time impersonating the proprietor of the inn from Finette, Kryn, and so handily smote her down with fire and brimstone before returning to make dinner for the party. In that resting, Solira was able to uncover certain information from the book that had dropped from the remains of the weird creature, and it seemed to change language into one she could read, into also a ritual that required funneling of magic into it that would remove all their kind from the plane, but it would also sort of lock the gates, and it was meant to be as a failsafe for their invasion. On their end, it was supposed to be like, "Oh, we fucked up, let's go." But we wagered based on all the information we gathered, that if the party, funneled magic into it, they would just all vanish instead, with no harm on us. However, in reading that, there seemed to be some sort of curse or enchantment on the book that made Solyra unwilling to part with it, even for the purposes of performing that ritual. Party catching on to this, had Brandy had seen used his
Mitch appeared.
Curse.
Love that NPC.
Curse was removed. Solyra back to her senses. All 4 of the party members contributed in pumping magic into this ritual, in which case the book shot off into a portal. End of Ghostbusters. Giant portal into limbo. All the creatures went screaming and kicking into the void. Party came back to Hendrix. It was a wild scene of people gathered around the mayor's house. Solyra did her best to try and explain the situation. Did a poor job because she didn't realize how dumb the average person is. And
Not dumb.
before the mayor and the proprietor of the magic item shop returned, calmed things down. Party got some magic items from the magic item shop as reward, as well as some other items were bought. Brandy spoke with the mayor and arranged for a fine dining experience for the party the next day, and the job that we came to Hendrix for was established after that. It might be a few days before the people we were escorting are willing or ready to travel due to the circumstances of the state they find themselves in Hendrix. And that is where we left off, still in the evening.
Yes. This was slightly after Brandy had made preparations for the next day, electing to take the entire party out to a dinner at a high-class restaurant that first made it seem as though this wasn't the place for her before Brandy lost some serious cash and
You're kind of going underwater.
Yeah, you're halfway underwater.
Let me know when I'm not.
You get
All right. The opinion of this restaurant owner was quickly changed by the sudden flashing of cash. Before she relayed these plans to the rest of the group, Sinian went to go check upon the Cungadero as well as the horses that accompanied it. Relieved to find that.
I just thought about it and I was like, he wouldn't, and he didn't.
It was left in good condition, although stored somewhere apparently underground. There was another man with Trick this time around. I don't quite remember if Sinian took the cart or just left it.
No, he left. I think they're like, you paid to keep it for a long time, and I said okay, and so I did.
And you were traversing back to the inn, and that is where we left off. So we return with Sinian returning the inn, meeting the other 3 there, the underground inn. Currently, the sounds of clinking of glasses, as well as confused, yet relieved and cheerful whispers and yells are heard on the opposite side of the rooms in the more tavernous bar area. The reception desk is currently empty, and you all stand. I don't know if you would have returned to the room, or if you would have continued to stay in the lobby-ish area.
I mean, we're all in the room aside from Sinian, right?
Yeah, he's asking that of Sinian.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he'll be with them.
All right, you eventually make it to the door. I'm assuming you knock, and you all hear it coming from outside.
It's me.
Hello, Sinian. Glad to see you're back. I have procured us a little bit of an engagement for tomorrow evening. So, in the morning, I'll be taking Solyra to a spa for us ladies to relax.
Oh.
You, Hammerfell, be ready to leave when I get back. I'll be taking you to either get retailored in your case or tailored in Hammerfell's. We're going to a formal dinner tomorrow night.
You have it all planned out. Salira's still just like laying on the bed.
Kicking her legs.
No, she's just really tired.
Wow.
We've been walking for like 2-3 days.
I spent 3 days making that potato salad.
3 days.
So, sign in if you're interested. I can get you in a new suit, or we can really have that one mended and retailored. But that'll be for tomorrow morning once we get back. I'm sure you'll be awake by then.
Of course.
Well, now that it's in order, I think we have all deserved an evening's rest here in this fine establishment.
I agree.
Yes, you could say that again.
And we paid for it, more or less.
Well, I'll make us a quick dinner before we retire for the evening. We still have the fireplace here and all that. And she quickly lights a fire and starts getting to work on making pasta carbonara.
Nice.
Do you suppose people in the inn will be up all night?
Well, it depends on the style of inn. Sometimes.
That's a pretty decent-sized tavern, so I think there'll be at least a degree of celebrating through the night. Can't imagine how many situation is worth celebrating more than congratulating on being alive and surviving.
I would agree.
Do you suppose we need to keep watch just in case?
I would hope not.
If you feel the need to, go right on ahead, but I feel pretty comfortable knowing that this is behind us.
All right. I think you would all know more than I would.
Well, let's just
Is
hope that
there
paranoia is behind us.
I think it's logical paranoia, considering
Oh, yes, so
I know they're
completely
not,
valid.
but we're going out to dinner tomorrow? What sort of establishment?
Wants to find what's
Wendy's.
the mayor considered to be the most reputable place in Hendrix.
The most reputable.
The nicest, higher end, fanciest, however you want to say it.
Is there a dress code?
There was.
Do you know what it is?
I assume it's just finery.
Formal or semi-formal? I think there are different terms in common. I look at Sir Hammerfell.
Being that I walked up in what I am, and they took a look at me and considered me to be too low class before I showed them the degree of wealth I'm actually walking around with. I think a more formal dress code was in place.
Well, that was rude of them.
Quite, but I forgave them and still considered them an option for going to dinner.
Well, we've got tomorrow all planned out, it seems.
More or less.
Do you know if there's a library here?
I'm sure there is, and that was another plan I had for tomorrow. It was going to be a surprise, but I was going to take you to a bookstore.
Oh, you.
Well, the boys are being treated with their tailoring and stuff such as that. So I thought I would give you a treat.
Brandy.
Get some books.
Well, we shall see what happens tomorrow then. I hope the town is I suppose it will still have to be in working order, but they've suffered quite the loss.
That thing.
That
They have.
that boy that spoke to us. He didn't know where his parents or his teachers were.
Yes, these things, they seem to weed out the strong of mind, so this community may have lost many of its strong-willed, intelligent members. It could be hard to recover from that.
Mayor Hike certainly has his work cut out for him.
Yes, I do not envy him.
You went to talk to him, Brandy?
Just momentarily, I was asking his recommendations for the restaurant.
Well, he seems like quite a hard-working man. I'm certain he can guide this town through whatever this is. Goodness.
I'm sure he can.
I'm gonna kind of move up farther on the bed so I can lay on the pillows and stare at the ceiling.
All right. Probably about halfway through cooking dinner, there is a knock at your door, and you hear a familiar voice reach out to you, say, hello, it's Heron Darul. I've come to inquire about the people I had asked you to escort. If you're in there, could you please let me in? Pop in for a chat.
Oh, yes, coming. I'll stand up from Airfill's probably taking these last few minutes, just probably shaving down some silver coins to dust.
All right.
You stand up and walk over to the door and open it. Good afternoon.
Morning. Or afternoon, sorry, it's been a hell of a day. I just wanted to update you on the people that I've been hoping you'd be able to escort. Well, person now. It seems the other two have since not reappeared, and seems common thread is they've been sort of completely gotten rid of when it comes to those missing people. So it's only going to be one person, and you'll forgive them if they want a little bit of time before they head out back.
Oh yes, we understand. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Oh yes, I'm keeping them up, but I don't hate it too much, given that I gave you a bunch of free shit for it, but it's gonna take a little bit before they're ready. I asked them, they said they weren't exactly sure, but probably the better part of 2 to 3 weeks.
Oh.
I'm sure we're more than capable of finding something to occupy our time here in this city. It looks like there's a lot of work that needs to be done in rebuilding and reacclimating everyone, so by no means will we be bored.
So Lyra stood up when Aaron came in the room, by the way. In a city like this, I'm certain we can find something to do.
Always something. If you're looking for any recommendations, Sir Emerald would probably be a bit more of a person to ask, but I'm not too sheltered either. If you find yourself passing the shop, I'm sure there's something that I can recommend for entertainment, and I can always use magical ingredients if you're looking for work.
Thank you.
We'll keep that in consideration, thank you.
And my condolences on your loss.
Yes, might as well.
I suppose I'm lucky to be alive. Thank you for making sure not too many people, not everyone went missing. Anyway, so sorry to keep you up. Have a good night. I'll just be heading back to the shop and turning in.
Yes, have a good one.
Have
You
a
as
good
well.
night.
Closes the door behind her before The room is left to yourselves again.
Do we know the casualty numbers?
I don't think even they know. That may come to knowledge in the upcoming days.
How long
I will
do
likely
such
take
things
some.
take?
What?
How long do such things usually take?
Well, no time. I'm not sure. Depends on how vigilant everyone is about reporting such things. Although a community this small and seemingly tight would probably attain that number, maybe in a day or so. Brandy, what do you
Yes, I
say?
think they would be rather prudent in figuring this out. But it may take a few days to get the full scope of how bad things are or were.
Do you suppose there's a message service here? I have some letters that I should probably send off.
I wouldn't be surprised if places such as big as this would have such an accommodation.
Another thing to do this week.
Oh, yes. I have a few letters to send off myself.
Letting your family know where you are.
Oh, yes. So, it's always good to update them. Also,
Agreed.
also inquire about the situation with
Yes.
Henry and sword we found. I'm still unsure what's up with that.
The sword and the gold.
Yes.
Where do they live again?
Oh, in Lee Farrington. It's to the west of Finette.
So not terribly far.
No, not terribly far.
Do you know how long it usually takes messages to arrive from here to there?
I think for a moment. How would I know? Maybe.
Depends on the method of transport.
Harrenfell would probably think horseback. Like a
Uh,
messenger traveling on a riding horse.
From Hendricks to Lee Farrington, probably
2 trains traveling. One's traveling 60 miles an hour.
3 years. One moment.
Let me consult the table.
Measure.
Sacred text.
Sacred texts.
The railroad, the mail route would probably be from. If there was something in Hendricks, probably go from Hendricks to Finette to Farrington to Hendricks, in that sort of triangular pattern. So probably about a week and a half to 2 weeks.
Probably about a week or so. Probably 2 weeks, maybe. Not sure. Depends on how if they encounter anything. The roads can be.
Carrying messages must be... It's not terribly dangerous work, is it?
Well, it's good.
It's no
Sometimes
different
road.
from any traveling profession.
Other groups tend to attract many creatures and some beasts. Just a lone man on a horse can travel quite far, quite fast, without incurring much attention.
I wouldn't know. Have you ever travelled alone?
Oh yes, for quite some time actually.
That sounds terribly frightening. What
Well, I
happens
was
if you
never
get into
alone.
trouble?
Oh, then you're sort of on your own. I was never alone. I always had Francis with me. Although he's not quite talkative.
I'm gonna
Must-
take out my notebook and try. I'm gonna try out my new emerald pen.
Oh shit.
Emerald pen.
All right.
Apple
What
pen.
sorcery? What sorcery is this?
Uh,
Who
I-
let you have that?
We're both sorcerers, Mitch.
What? What year is it?
143 PNW.
You pull out the emerald pin, and you press the button to bring the tip out. And as you begin writing, it's just like it's an extremely smooth write. However, it's more like a very fine pencil than a pen, as it doesn't as it's coming to be very close with writing in pen and feeling the ink come from the pen. This has no such feeling. However, the writing it seems to leave behind is this very close to black, yet still slightly tinted green that just smoothly puts its way onto the parchment.
I love that. I'm gonna practice. I'm gonna like write my name in some different alphabets and numbers. Just like like laying on my stomach on the bed, like you know when you do homework. like a high schooler doing homework.
You're like kicking your feet up, like moving them back and forth.
Lo-fi hits.
No,
Lo-fi
I'm
beats.
wearing a dress. My ankles are crossed. I'm a
I forgot
princess.
Selira always wears dresses.
She has worn pants. She just isn't used to it. Anyway, that's what she's gonna do until dinner's ready.
Arfel's gonna be just working on various smithing projects he's preparing for, and will ramble about just traveling stories,
Ramble.
just random shit.
Alright. What about you, Sinian?
Probably. He's not going to be staring at his thing. He's probably freaking tired. He's gonna probably turn in.
Oh, he's not
All right.
looking at his screen. He must really be tired.
It's true.
Me when my parents see me not on my video game.
True.
Alright.
He's not playing Elden Ring. He must be tired.
Alright. Brandy, the food is finished and it is yours to serve now.
Dish out the dish.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Brandy.
Is there like a table in the room?
It's probably centered between the beds against the back wall, or rather the side wall. There's a table with 6 chairs set to it.
I'm gonna sit up properly at the table, but still have my notebook.
Of course she does.
I have a new pen. It's a cool new pen. I like it.
It is very cool. I'm not dissing your pen.
Good. Don't.
It'd be like if you dissed my. It'd
I
be
will
like if
death
you
note
dissed
you.
my. It'd be like if you dissed my
I'm dissing your
my
pen.
gun.
I'm not dissing your pen. I'm dissing you.
There's a difference.
I choked on my sparkling water and the bubbles went up my nose.
Oh.
This is the worst thing.
I'm not killing the world
It's
with
not
comedy.
the worst thing.
I'm
It could be
killing the
worse.
world with comedy.
Okay.
Killed with comedy.
Moving on.
Moving right along.
Okay. Yes. I'm also listening to Sir Hammerfell's stories, although I assume he's paused to eat.
Yeah, you know, he kind of like talks and eats. It's just, you know.
I'm gonna look at my poetry book at the table. I have a book at the table, you guys. Never been allowed to do that before.
What a rebel.
Wow.
Brandy, this is lovely. Thank you for cooking for us.
Yes, I must say that you don't need to cook. We are back within the walls of society, but I always appreciate your cooking. It's very good.
I personally find the act of cooking rather relaxing. So it's a rather enjoyable experience for me.
What do you find enjoyable about it?
Hmm. The it's an it's an underappreciated art, I suppose.
I would agree.
Everyone knows you need to eat, of course, but doesn't necessarily mean they always respect the effort or art that goes into a finely made meal.
I always appreciated how our cook at home presented meals. They always look pretty. Cooks, I suppose.
So I suppose that's the simple enjoyment draw from it, but it is enjoyment nonetheless.
I'm glad that it's something you can still do even here. Did you cook much back home?
Yes, it's a thing. It's not a necessity by any means, but it's a way for me to craft my own luxury, I suppose, when those around me were not cooking to my liking and such. Simply decided, let me make it for myself. Not need to rely on others for it.
Is
That was a
Sinead
good way
still
of
awake?
looking at it.
No,
Oh, I thought.
that's him in his sleep.
Just fucking
I'm like, I gotta make sound, otherwise people think I'm asleep.
Are you sure you can't meditate, Sinead?
I'm sure.
I am going to go, like, wash up and, after eating dinner, wash up and, change into pajamas, just to be more comfortable getting ready for bed. It's been a long day.
Yeah. Harrowfell would probably do the same. Change out of, actually doff some of the armor into just kind of casual clothing.
off armor. How scandalous!
That's how you know we're safe, baby. They take their armor off.
Roll for
Yeah.
initiative.
None of
bet-
you wear armor except for Sir Hammerfell.
I bet you shower naked, you slut.
There's like a bath in here, right? Although I suppose we're going to the bathhouse in the morning, never mind.
Is it super fancy?
It's like the fanciest suite in the inn, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty fancy.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go to bed. I'm gonna read my poetry book for a little bit until I get properly tired, and then do my meditation. Uh-oh.
It was the music bot. You
Oh, okay.
neglected it.
Okay, good.
Nope, it went offline.
Oh. It's neglecting you.
Isn't it always?
Bye, music
Fucking-
bot.
Damn jockey. Never works. So I listen to my own music.
Alright, so you're going to bed, Salira.
Yes.
Alright. Thank you, Cindy.
What?
anyone
That's not
else-
me. What? Why are you?
I thought it was you too.
Oh my
So
god.
nice.
Anyone else
I'm
do
mad.
anything before
I'm
finishing
mad.
up and heading to bed?
I was framed for a crime I didn't commit.
You were caught trying to cross the border.
Stop laughing when I'm drinking water.
Stop drinking water when we want you to laugh.
I don't know when you guys are gonna say weird stuff. Who
We
was
always
Playing
say
that?
D&D,
weird
we're
stuff.
always saying weird stuff.
Chat wants to know.
Hmm?
It must have been Bella.
It was me.
Of course it was Bella.
How can we know?
That's what I
that?
thought.
You can see the one other person who could probably hit that no line.
I don't know who's really
Moving
good
on.
at.
Anyone else doing anything before heading to bed?
Brandy would just sit and contemplate for a little bit before heading to bed.
Aaronfeld, just work on a few things real quick. Just get them ready for the upcoming days, and then go to sleep.
All right. Just a moment.
Boss music kicks in while we sleep.
No. That's why I wanted to keep watch.
Before you head to bed, Hammerfell.
Oh no.
Oh, fuck.
You thought he was kidding.
You hear a familiar, gruff-sounding voice, in your mind. Right. Sorry, first time using this. It's Rurik. Your father, asked me to contact you, now, cause your armor, and then it just cuts off.
25 word max.
Ran out of minutes.
I will try to respond and say, Rurik, is that you? I haven't heard from you in such a long time. Oh my, what was that you said? Something about her armor? I didn't quite catch your whole phrase. Might you be able to... And I'm not sure where it cuts off. It'll probably cut off at some point.
25 words.
Yeah. I wasn't counting.
Probably cut off around there.
Yeah.
And then you'll hear, oh, right, sorry. See, what I was trying to say is that, your father asked me to tell you about the recent, completion of this particular project in relation to your... And then it cuts off.
He and
Rook,
Solera
oh
must have gone
my.
to the same school of being verbose.
Yeah.
How to count 101.
Oh my, I was not quite expecting this. Once again, I didn't quite catch your statement. Might you try that again? Something about my father wanting to inform me about something? A completion of a project? I'm guessing it's something to do with my my armor that was commissioned long ago before I set out on my adventures.
Nobles.
Alright. You will hear one more. For, the armor, your father told me to tell you that your armor is nearly done and merely requires the touch of the giants. And then it'll be ready for use.
Do I know what the fuck he's talking about?
Yeah. It's, so, your relation to, the, particular group of fire giants, who, with the help of you, along with the Smolder Smiths, dealt with many different dragons way back in the family line.
Mhm.
It's sort of become a tradition for the armor to be prepared by the Smolder Smiths for the most part, but then with the final touch of of the giants to bring it to its completion.
Ah, yes, the touch of the giants. I completely forgot about the final blessing. I'm not sure how I can help. I've actually met up with a group of individuals, and we will be traveling to Tingodran in the upcoming months or so. I'm not sure how much of this message will be received by you, but I look forward to hearing you.
We need some sending stones.
There's
Yep. They'd be used immediately.
there is no responses after that.
Hermfeld does wait, I don't know, 20 minutes or so before going to bed. And he said all of that out loud, so I don't know anyone else is awake to hear that.
Celera can hear it, but she's meditating, so she figures she knows about the message spell, I'm sure.
Maybe. Yeah.
She hears it, but she's not paying attention.
Yeah, and then after that,
My passive
you'll go to bed.
perception is 18. I hear everything.
All right. For the first time, in probably about a week, you all have a completely restful night. No horrifying nightmares that are out of the ordinary, at least. And there's no watches that need to be taken, and I need you all to make a wisdom. No, I'm joking.
No way.
I'm gonna come down there.
I was breathing. I was inhaling. I was going to scream, and then I didn't.
And you all come to consciousness at the end of the long rest, 8 hours later, and the day is yours. You wake to less lively sounds, yet there are still sounds murmuring from beyond the door to the tavernist area across the inn, as well as slight sounds of birds chirping coming from the outside. Seems to be an
Celera
overcast
being
day.
up very early, gets her letters and stuff organized, and then ventures out into the rest of the inn just to see what's out there, because we haven't gotten a proper chance to explore.
So this would be immediately after the end of your trance?
Ish. Yeah, she's gonna, like, get her stuff together, get dressed.
Alright.
All that.
Alright. As you exit out of the room, trying to be as quiet as possible, not trying to wake anyone up, you exit out, and there you can see the previously unoccupied table is now occupied by Terry and Un, the halfling, sort of turns in your direction, gives you a awkward wave, given everything you've been through. You can see across the way in the bar area, there appears to be probably about 5 people left occupying these stools along tables, and the bar itself seems to be tended to by a elvish sort of darker skin-toned man, a long scraggly beard that eventually splits, similar to a snake's tongue, and sort of just seems to be cleaning a glass right now before moving on, and sort of talking with the group, moving between them and the bar for the most part.
I'm gonna wave back at Terry and Un, and just go sit by the window for a little bit, watch the... Is the sun rising? Or is
The
it still
sun,
dark?
it's probably dark for a fair amount of time, but you, of course, would take this time to write in book, organize letters, and
Yeah.
collect thoughts.
Yeah, and then when I figure the others will be waking up, I go back.
You all, you begin to notice, not exactly the sun rising. It's like it seems to be an overcast day as the sun sort of begins to rise kind of beyond the clouds, like this gradiented light just sort of stretched out by the darkish gray clouds that seem to loom in the sky on this particular day. But it's at this point where you figure maybe waking up soon.
I'm gonna go back to the room. What?
Actually, probably before you start going, Aaron DeRule will probably enter.
Oh.
Or not Aaron DeRule, sorry, my bad. Sir Emerald Hike will
Oh.
likely enter.
I love him!
Sort of entering, and you're at this table set by the window, so the door's open and sort of blocks you from his periphery before he shuts it and begins walking towards Terry and Un. He says, "Alright, I'm here to deliver payment and some disappointing news to the esteemed heroes that are staying here." Terry and Un's like, sure, go. I mean, she's right there. sort of
I
turns this way.
stand up.
Oh, yes. Hello. Are
morning.
you? It's you're rather early.
I'm a morning person. What can I say? As are you.
Yes. Well, more like didn't really get a lot of sleep last night, person. But we can deal with that. Is the rest of your group up?
No. I don't sleep as much as they do.
Right.
Is
Well, I was planning.
Right?
I was just planning to leave this with Tyrion and have him give it to you in the morning. But if that's the case, if you're here right now, I figure I could just leave this with you. And he hands you a somewhat small bag, and it doesn't seem entirely too stuffed. He says, appears that in an effort to make me look bad at the time, it appears the entirety of the town's sort of tax safe has been emptied out.
Oh.
So I'm afraid we've not much to pay you in gold. However, I'm hoping this will suffice. You can have a look in the bag now, or I can leave, and you can have a look.
Don't worry too much. I'm certain you have enough on your plate, Mayor Hike. Are you doing all right through all this?
As well as I can be. It's gonna be a hell of a time. Trying to get anything done. We're gonna have to rebuild up all the tax sort of funds that we lost.
Yes.
And especially bad time for this to happen. But, yes, and the missing persons count is in a sort of strange place at the moment.
Missing persons, people who disappeared from this event.
Yes, it's sort of course, people are still being found, wandering out of houses that don't belong to them, so, the number is going up and down every day, but I don't know if you all want to hear it, or if you'd rather just let it be. It's, I suppose I should ask the entire group, but I'd prefer to just maybe get some sleep.
Yes.
If I don't know, so if you want to know, I can tell you, but if you don't want to know, then I can contact the rest of the group about it later.
I would like to know the current numbers, but I certainly don't want to keep you from your rest. I can pass on the message, and if we have any further questions, we know where the town hall is, yes?
Right. So currently the missing persons number is round about 5,500 people. And it appears that those people were particularly important to the infrastructure of this place. A lot of higher people in business, a lot of people involved with the schooling. So it's going to be a while before we get back on our feet.
I'm so sorry.
All is well. Anyway, enjoy that, pointing to the bag. And I will see you all at some point. Sort of
Is your
sighs
family
before
all right?
heading up. Yeah. It's difficult, but yeah.
That is good to hear. I hope that your rest is peaceful. And thank you for the update.
Of course. Have a restful day, at least.
You too, Mayor Hike. Thank you.
Thank you. So it shimmies out.
I do look in the bag.
In the bag, you see a somewhat small but regal-looking brass key, and attached to it is a piece of paper that seems to have a address on it.
What's the address?
It refers to it is 3 Shadow Drive. Not making that up on the spot.
I will put it back in the bag and quietly head back to the room.
All right.
And just, read or whatever until the others wake up.
All right.
Randy would probably be the first one to wake up.
Hamfell also wakes up pretty early.
Oh, Sai's sleeping in.
Oh, yeah.
Simon's peace out.
Guys, I have been asleep. I have been awake for so long. And there were so many doppelgangers. And I had to do so many watches. I had to do...
watches.
There were so many that I was doing, though.
He did a few.
0?
So many were done.
I will say
It's so
personally,
tiring.
as someone who was who was just awake for 40 plus hours with 3 hours of sleep this weekend, fuck off. Anyway, Brandy will wake up, stretch.
Good morning. I whisper. I don't want to wake up the others.
Oh, good morning.
Morning. I'll get started on a quick breakfast, then you and I can head out. Okay.
We'll have to tell Sinian when he wakes, but I just spoke a little while ago to Mayor Hike. He says I'm not certain if you want to know the current missing persons toll. But he did give me this, and I show them I open the bag and show them the key and the paper. He says that the city's treasury is currently empty because of everything that just happened, so he hopes that this will suffice. I'm not certain what 3 Shadow Drive is.
Seems like an address of some sort.
It
I
can't.
hand it to Sir Hammerfell.
I'll look at the key.
He can't afford to give us gold, but it seems he gifted us a house instead.
Yes. Sometimes in times of need, land and titles are dealt out instead of coin.
We can take a look at it before our dinner tonight. And probably retire there for the evening.
Yes. I can inspect it while you are off at the bathhouse.
Right, you and Sinian can take a look at it when he wakes up, and then we'll meet you there.
Oh, sounds like a plan.
3 Shadow Drive. I'm gonna write that down in my notebook with my new pen.
Nice.
Oh, do you have any copper pieces? Yes, just any copper pieces available?
Yes. I have quite a few. I go to my bag and take out a handful of copper pieces, I don't know, 30.
Oh, I believe that about, 10 should suffice.
Certainly. I hand him 10 copper pieces.
He'll take those, and he'll take the key, and he'll sit down and start this strange ritual of the forge, as I'm gonna take an hour-long ritual to make a duplicate of the key.
All right.
Because I'm gonna use my channel divinity, because that's something it can do. Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know.
Let him head out of the bathhouse.
You guys do something.
Right. We'll see you whenever we're done.
Yes, very well. Have a good time.
That's the hope. Start. We ask at the front desk where the nearest bathhouse is.
Yeah, we didn't ask about that, did we?
Nice. Terry and Un will say, probably one over by that weird bougie boutique. I don't know if you've seen it. Its place is called the Family something. But the bathhouse, that place is called the Erickson Steamers.
Hmm.
That sounds like a carpet cleaning service. I love that.
It makes your home cleaner.
What? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's the name of. Okay. Let's go to the bathhouse.
Alright.
Die
And,
from cringe.
One more thing, and I reach into my bag and hand him 5 gold.
Oh, is this for something?
To make up for potential losses you might have had during this.
Are you giving this to the bartender?
Isn't he the one who owns the...
Yeah,
No,
this is
Tyrion's
Terry
at the
Un.
table.
Yeah, that's
That's who we're speaking to.
Oh. Okay.
Am I confused?
No, I thought you were talking to Tyrion as well.
Okay.
That's
Never
what-
mind, I was confused.
All right. But this is unnecessary. You saved my life. You saved a lot of people's lives. You don't have to pay. You can stay as long as you want.
If you insist, and takes the gold back. Right. We'll be off now.
I give him a habitual curtsy.
All right. Go ahead, and as you're walking about, go ahead and just give me a perception check. See, like,
Both of us.
how long it takes you to find this place.
Do you have a higher perception?
Oh,
Either of you can make this.
you do it at advantage.
Okay.
I have a +1.
13.
All right. Takes you probably about 20 minutes. You know the general direction you're going. You're like, it's got to be within the business. Within like the business sort of half of Hendrix, and you approach walking along the cobblestone road. You pass what you believe to be the boutique he was mentioning before. It is this wooded building, clothed in purple banners that stream down. Each of them seem to have some sort of stamp emblazoned upon them in gold. One of them appears to be a sword that is piercing through the neck of a dragon. The other one appears to be a skull and crossbones, and above it just says "Noble Families Tailor." And just next to that is a building, pretty simple, made of what appears to be a lighter stone for the most part, almost cubic or rectangular prismatic in design. And as you walk up to the doors, it just says Erickson Steamers, and the doors are simple wooden doors. There are 2 windows beside the doors. However, there are no windows upon the doors. The place seems pretty bare bones.
I knock.
Does it
You
look
knock-
open?
I am the one who knocks.
As you knock on the door, and it sort of like pushes forward and then like creaks open.
Oh,
Oh, dear.
Yes, hello.
I open I open it. Sorry, when there was no immediate reply, we were worried you had been one of the...
Right. You're looking for Steam?
Yes, a private bathroom for the two of us, if you wouldn't mind.
Right. Have you brought what you intend to bathe in?
Do you mean oils, or do you mean...
Clothing if you plan to wear it, or if you don't, then that's fine as well.
Yes.
Yes, I think we'll be fine.
Right. For private, it'll be about 3 gold. For the both of you, not each, and it'll be sort of scrummages around on this desk that he's leading you back to. This desk appears to be made out of splintering wood. It is sort of the top part of it seems sort of caved in by the weight of stuff that has rested atop it for so long. He has to sort of like tug on the drawer a couple of times before it opens, and he hands you a rusted iron key. There you are. And if you have any requests, go ahead and leave it to me. I'm Erickson. As he does so, as he extends that the Erickson, you could tell that he's missing quite a few teeth. Seems to be rather poverish.
I slide 35 silver at him, and then take the key. Thank you so much.
1, 2, 3.
Do you have oils for hair or skin? Ointments?
We generally just put those in the bath in the morning and hope they last.
Thank you. I'm gonna... We go in.
All right. You enter.
I'm pubescent.
You enter this room and it's like totally zoinks. You enter through this door, which is also. It seems like the lock barely keeps it from opening. Like, if you gave even a little bit of force to this door, like if you tried a little bit hard to open this door while it was locked, it would just like break off of, or rather break the point in which the handle is pressed against. However, it is enough to keep like the wandering person from accidentally entering into the wrong room. And
the door's like opaque. It's not like frosted glass or anything.
It's wood.
Yes, it is wooden.
It's a wooden door.
And as you enter in, there are many splintered pieces of wooden flooring that are like bent and warped in all kinds of ways. However, the bath itself looks somewhat alright. It's this appears to be reddish clay that has been hardened along the outsides and under part of the bath. It is probably about 5 feet across entirely. However, it is inversely deep. It's probably about 7 to 8 feet deep down.
Wow.
It's like somebody got these measurements completely wrong.
This is a swimming pool, like a really tiny one.
And there does appear to be steam coming off of it. And there are, you could see, as you walk around the pool, there are these torch lights that seem to be ever lit, sort of just on the wall, and you could see within the water there appears to be like this sort of luminescentness coming off of it, like rainbows. So it's like that's likely the products that were poured in at the beginning of the day that are hopefully still decent right now. And otherwise, other than that, there is a bench at the back of the room, also warped downward from disrepair, and just above it is a painting of a horse that is just Like the scale is completely off compared to the tree next to it. The horse is almost completely tall as the tree.
So like this.
It's a shithole.
It's just a big horse.
Or it's a really small tree.
It's true.
It's just really
But it
close.
seems clean enough, right?
Yeah. I mean the actual bath, yes. Everything else is questionable.
Well,
I'm
well,
gonna.
we did for the nicest bathhouse, but it'll do.
Gonna quietly press the digitation off the bench before I sit down.
All right.
But well, it'll be nice to have a proper bath after that trip.
Pan, I know you aren't the most comfortable with being seen.
It's fine. It's not as if I've ever. No, it's fine. I just start undressing. We're both women, aren't we? I did go to school. I do have. Well, I believe I told you about. There are some garments for events that I cannot get into by myself.
Right, I suppose
If
this one's for my personal comfort. She casts cloud to make it far more steamier in the room to part where it's mostly opaque.
Nice. All right. It's almost like the steam coming off of the bath, like just sort of intensifies and just floods most of the room.
if you're not comfortable, we can
I know,
take turns or
it's-
something.
It's fine. Saying from out of the fog, and you probably much faster than you would have thought based on how you get dressed. You hear the sploosh of her getting in the bath.
Okay.
Just bloosh.
I'm gonna just set my clothes on the bench and get in the bath and just I'm gonna pin my hair up. Not gonna try and wash all of that this morning. But just wash off. Did you tell us the name of the place we're going tonight?
I, Bella, do not remember.
I don't
One
think you did.
I did not say it to the party, no. And then I, Bella, do not remember what the place is called.
History check. No, I'm just
Check the VOD. Check the VOD.
I need to roll a history check.
Does the DM remember?
That's the issue.
I remember it was one syllable, and I believe it started with a hard C sound.
Do you want me to go check the video?
Give me a moment.
Should be if that's what you're looking at. I'm so glad we started recording these.
Yeah, checking the VOD is probably the way to go. I do not have it written down in my
Do you want
notes.
me to put a link in the chat?
Yes, please.
Okay, let me find it.
It's going to be the last 5 to 10 minutes of it. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Please.
here, we'll just pretend Brandy told me.
You all can keep going, and I'm going to
Here, I've got
check.
the link.
I'm so glad you recorded it.
Check the book.
Okay, there's that.
Thank you.
Okay.
yes, it's here. Seems like a rather reputable establishment. Having a dress code and such.
sounds like they were rather rude to you.
Well, they were rude for my clothes. As long as they weren't rude for other things, it's not that bad.
Other things? You mean because you're an elemental? Or...
Yes, yes.
have people been rude for that?
Oh, and you three have been some of the only people that haven't been.
Why? If I may ask, it's not a pleasant subject, I'm sorry. I suppose people all have their prejudices, but... I've never heard of such things being targeted towards elementals.
Well, most mortals don't like outsiders, and it doesn't get much outside than not even being a mortal or of this world. So I'm sure there's a fair degree of jealousy buried in there, but
You're probably right. Jealousy can manifest as rather ugly things. For what it's worth, I think you're quite lovely.
that's much appreciated, hon. And if I may say so myself, you two are quite lovely.
Do you usually travel with people?
Koren.
Corinne!
Spell that? Or do you know Corinth or Corinne?
Koren. It's
Koren.
like RRKORREN.
We did it.
Corinne.
We did it, Reddit.
I had to listen to my own voice and I hate it.
Hmm?
Never doing that again.
What was the
Okay.
Lyra said?
I forgot what I said. I was laughing at, we did it Reddit. Anyway,
I complimented that.
oh yeah,
I
she
find-
just, I don't think she said anything. Oh, she asked if you usually travel with people.
Oh, that's right. No, I've spent most of my time alone.
Like Sir Hammerfell. Must be faster, certainly.
Yes, though I get the sense that his is of a different sort of isolation.
What do you mean?
I get the feeling that his is more...
By choice?
Yes.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I can't say I've ever traveled alone. Wait, is something up with the stream?
It's not up anymore.
That's
Oh.
weird. Like you can't see it?
It says you're not live.
Yep.
Did my internet? Oh, my internet died.
How are you here? Question
Yeah.
mark?
Not anymore.
Oh.
Okay, I'm switching.
Well, at least you can hear us this time.
Yeah, how am I hearing you if I don't have
Yeah, that's what I was like. How are you though? Are you gone?
What is this? Okay, I'm connecting to the other internet.
Pretty
Oh,
unfair
just a
that
few more
Critical
days
Role
of-
has approximately 43,000 more viewers than us.
Who does?
Critical Role.
Well, that's Critical
Oh.
Role. We're not Critical Role. No internet. What is
Not yet.
this? Connection to the
No
server
data.
has been interrupted. Love that. Did the internet go down for the whole? I have it on my phone. Let's try the other one. Oh. Oh no. Are we back? I don't have my headphones. Are we back? Is Discord gonna load? Oh dear. I still have this. I'm back on here.
Oh,
Never mind. She's
It
back.
just did all the beeps at once. Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. Sorry about that, folks. We're back. We're back. All right. What's the conversation? We were talking about people being mean about elementals. And
Yes.
oh, traveling alone.
Yes. I don't remember who spoke last.
I think you
you were talking about how Hammerfells was a different kind of
Oh,
isolation.
yeah. I can't imagine traveling alone.
Well, it's not so bad, though. I don't imagine many would do it by choice out in the wilderness.
How do you keep yourself occupied when you're not walking?
Well, back then I didn't do much walking from place to place.
Oh. That would make things a lot faster. Does it take a significant amount of time to travel between planes?
No, it's nearly instantaneous.
So I suppose there's not much time to try to be occupied.
Not at all. Though once I was here, I seeking out 4 things to do as I journeyed here.
Seeking out 4 things.
Enjoyment, fun, revelry.
I suppose you do know how to find the entertainment somewhere.
That I do, hon, that I do.
So if you were here in Hendrix by yourself, would you be doing the same things? Dinner, shopping?
I can't say that I would be, no.
What would you be doing?
Well, for starters, I'd be in the far seedier part of town. Gambling dens, taverns, drinking halls, pit fights.
Pit fights? Are there pit fights in Hendrix?
If you know where to look.
Oh.
They're probably not publicly advertised, but
I'm
sure.
certain they're not. I wouldn't know where to find such things.
No, I can imagine a person of your stature would never be caught dead in such a place.
Yes, it would not look very good. But I'm certain I'd never be allowed there in the first place.
Hmm. Probably right about that.
I'm certain there's some entertainment to be found in competition. I suppose I don't like watching people fight.
That is a rather important piece to it, so you probably could find at least a little bit more enjoyment in the gambling halls and such. But not.
I have played cards before. Dice, such things. Normally not gambling, but I have played them before.
Yes, there's all sorts of entertainment, all sorts of debauchery to be found if you know what you're looking for.
I must seem terribly naive to you.
It's a charm of yours.
Well, thank you. That's a kind way of putting it. I'm well aware that I'm inexperienced. I suppose that's why I'm here in the first place.
Here, as in,
On this journey. Real world experience. School doesn't count, I suppose. And I can see why now. It's quite different dealing in theories or even in combat classes to practice. It wasn't useless, certainly, but it is very different out in the real world, as my father puts it. I suppose in common it's different, but the real world, I suppose that makes school the fake world? Practice.
practice is probably a better application.
And it is practice. Practice is important. At some point you have to use a real blade, I suppose.
It's true.
In any case, I'm glad to be with you all.
Glad it was all y'all found me, rather than someone of lower moral standing.
That does sound quite frightening.
It is a fear that everyone of my kind has. An unfortunate reality.
As glad as I am to have you with us, I'm sorry that it had to be under such circumstances. I would have liked to meet you by choice. It's a
I
fine.
doubt
Sorry.
I doubt there would have been many opportunities for us to have met by choice before.
That's true. Well, I know you didn't have much of an opportunity to go to Dalhava, but at some point, perhaps in Ithara or somewhere else, we might have crossed paths.
What's that first one?
In Ithara?
Yeah.
The main continent.
For that.
That was there before Eidolon and Dalhava.
Dalhava?
Yes, that's my homeland, the continent. Dalhava. Most people say Dalhava.
And you said it's about as old as Eidolon?
Yes, both the continents appeared shortly after all the seismic activity that brought them both to the surface. Eidolon is quite a bit more stable than Dalhava.
But that other one is older?
Inithara? Yes, Inithara is quite old, ancient, longer than I think we have records for.
Seems like
my what?
it seems like my prior experiences before being bound most likely would have been on that continent then, than these newer ones.
Yes. Did you spend any time within the borders of the Plaritine Empire?
I honestly can't say. I did not spend much time looking into or even paying much mind to the authorities of the area.
I see.
I don't even think I learned many of the names of the towns and cities I visited. I would simply step into the place and immediately set about getting my drink on.
Inathara is said to have uh, some lovely beverages. I'm, again, quite inexperienced.
How long has your family been on Dilthara? Was that
Inathara or Dalkhava?
I conflated the two. The newer one.
Dalkhava. Almost since the beginning. My father and his father made their way over just a few years after it surfaced, I believe.
Right, I forget your kind live much longer than the others.
I forget sometimes as well. It's older than me. But yes, they made their way over with my mother. My brother was born on the continent, as was I. So I suppose we were the first two to actually be born there.
You can hear her like stretch out in the water.
It's like a really weird bug on my keyboard. It appears my being able to leave the window open is no longer a privilege. Sorry, continue.
This certainly was well deserved.
Deserved. What do you mean?
The relaxation.
I suppose so.
I think we earned ourselves a little bit of respite after these past few days.
It appears we have a few weeks here.
We can find things to pass the time in the meantime, but for at least one day, just enjoy ourselves and relax.
Well, there are certainly more boring places to stay than Hendrix, although I've never actually been here before. There are larger cities. It's also not exactly a port town.
Now, being directly in the middle of everywhere doesn't exactly belie to being a port, though those many people would come in and out for trade and stopping off and such.
Did you travel much in the elemental plane of fire? I know you said there were some places that were too dangerous to go, but...
When I was young, curious, stupid,
Stupid.
I mostly stuck to the city of Brass. I spent my time there.
I wouldn't say exploring is stupid. Especially one as... Well, it seems you can quite take care of yourself.
I can, but there are many things on on that plane that can take care of themselves too. Quite a lot of things enjoy the heat. Most of them not friendly.
That sounds awful.
There are a few other bastions of civilization, but nothing compares to the city of Brass. Beacon among the plains for trade.
I.
Yeah.
What?
Go on.
I've only ever traveled to trade cities. Many of our exports involve agriculture and such. The soil is rich in nutrients for the plants because of all the volcanic activity. And we are a port kingdom. We're on the coast. Well, we could be less on the coast, but it's... I consider it quite a privilege to be able to see a nation at its beginning. It was already well established by the time I was born, but a place like Inethara, there's so much to build off of. So many civilizations that already had it figured out. But a place like Dalhava had to be built from the ground up much more recently.
Yeah.
We were some of the first settlers. My family, anyway. Not me.
I very much would like to see where you grew up, hon.
I would like to show it to you. Perhaps when I do get back. If you wish. I would love to have all of you there.
That sounds lovely. Well, I suppose
Oh,
we should start getting dressed again.
yes.
Hear the distinct sound of her getting out of the water.
I'll get out and shape water myself off and get dressed. Thank you for bringing me here.
Problem at all. And slowly the fog recedes back into the tub as Brandy's pulling up, buttoning up the few last buttons of her blouse.
Nice.
So Lyra, purposefully does not look at her. Are you ready to go?
Yes, let's see what awaits at 3 Shadow Drive.
We'll head out to 3 Shadow Drive.
All right. While about half of this is going on, we will switch. Half of that conversation was going on. We will switch back over to Sir Hammerfell. The creation of the key has just been finished. You are now sat there with 2 duplicates of the same key. One of them looking quite a bit more shiny and newer than the other, as the sort of leftover heat from the Channel Divinity wears off. You're there in the room with the keys. Sir Hammerfell.
Uh-oh.
Muted? Unmuted.
I'm gonna close
That's
my
Womp
window.
womp.
Seems like he's got a microphone issue, folks.
Oh no.
I'm back. Hello? Oh,
Hello?
There he is.
Oh, there we go. All right.
Came back. But he
Hey,
came
it's
back.
me.
It's
so,
Mario.
so it's me, Mario. So, on one side of the key, it's there are 2 sides of it, as a key has. On the base of it, it has the seal of the Order of Embers, that is on the Kungadero, and on the other side is the symbol of Yorn. So just a bit of added detail to this fancy key. And then I will sit there and just kind of wait and like look over at Cynian, and they'd be like, Cynian? Is it Cynian? Cynian, you have to get up.
Do I?
Yes, we have things to do today.
Do we?
Come on, Cynian. You can get up.
I can.
Yes.
He'll roll out of bed. They doing spa day?
Yes, I believe so. They left about half an hour ago.
Oh, good for them.
Oh, you were not informed. You were asleep.
Mm-hmm.
I have this, and I will hand you the old key, the one that we got from Emerald Hike. Say, it appears that our reward may not exactly be in monetary value, but perhaps one of title and land.
Just for the player's mental image, Cynian's fine on the outside, but inside he just screams and is like throwing stuff. Is like, they didn't pay us.
Oh my
No.
gosh.
He's like tearing apart a room that doesn't exist. But outside he's like, this is fine. All right.
You had that object you wanted from Madame Madame Deroux.
Yes, indeed.
You were planning on using the funds that we obtained from this to purchase that?
I was.
Well, I might be able to assist you. I have some extra funds I could lend you.
Have to. If you only want to, I would not like
yes.
to.
I'm
All right.
happy to help.
I believe I was it was how much?
750.
750.
Yes.
So, and I'm at with silver and gold pieces. I'm at what's 43 plus 7? 62.
43 plus 7?
43 plus 62.
Okay. That's 110. No, that's not right at all. 105.
100.
105. Wait, 47 plus 109?
150. Wait, no.
47 plus
Let me pull up the
62.
60.
47 plus 62 is 109. That's why you...
I have in that case. Oh, wait, no.
I don't know how to do math.
Never mind.
Clearly.
I'm dumb. I don't. It's silver pieces, so it's divided by 10. 620 plus 43, 663 total. Because it's 620 plus 430 silver, which is 443 gold.
Ah,
so 620
right.
plus. He's got a fat sack, yo.
That's
yeah. I will provide this, and I'll start counting out coins.
that's like
I'll-
half the amount of gold Brandy has.
Leave me alone.
I'll give you.
If you
100
tell
gold.
Signing this, he will die inside.
I thought he died inside when he found out we didn't get any gold.
That was him thrashing
It's his second
thrashing
death.
this room. As soon as Signing's gonna be like, I need to use the bathroom. Could you excuse me for a second, Kapesh? It'll be a real gross one. And then he has Kapesh.
It would be a
Kapesh.
real gross one.
So he tells Hammerfell to leave the room and then just destroys their nice room.
No.
That's the cost. No. So I just need I need 87 gold.
Here you go, and I will count out 100 gold and give that to you.
100, you say? Big McThankies from McSinian.
Oh, and yeah, I'll hand you the piece of paper that says 3 Shadow Drive. I suppose that we'll be heading here. We plan the rendezvous there.
You wish to go now, or
Oh yes, Sure, and I'll
All right.
start putting my armor on, which takes like 10 minutes.
I'll help you to half the time. I'll be your squire. No. You take those 10 minutes. That's how long it takes for signing to get ready to be presented.
It's like
to the world.
It's like what parents do, where it's like, hey, it's time to get up. Oh, hang on, we need to do this. We're gonna wake you up, and then spend another 10 minutes getting ready.
That signing. There's a Hammerfell has his back to Signian, putting his armor on. Signian's eyes are on fire, shooting laser beams with his eyes.
Oh no, the lasers.
He's like Snorlax casting Hyper Beam. Shoot out his eyes.
Wow. Already. Well, now, are you ready to head out?
Yes, suppose I am.
Oh, come on. And I'll start walking out.
Moving right along.
Go ahead and give me, say survival. So, go ahead and try and figure out your way through this place.
I will also ask people.
Do you want to do it?
Yeah. Survival's
Yeah.
decent.
I can help. Smile.
Yeah, sure. That's 16. Oh, also, I don't remember what I did with Francis.
What did we do?
He's stolen. He was stolen.
Or,
Francis outside.
I am
You
unsure
can
whether or not it
can't
was
you
officially
telepathically
given.
communicate with him? Don't you
I
just
also-
know?
I can, yeah.
You have him on speed dial. Why do you mean I don't know where he is?
I will try to communicate with him, and if he's within 1,000 feet,
Wait, where's Francis?
I don't
You have
know.
him on speed dial. Just call him up.
He's near the you sort of didn't leave him, but sort of like just sort of to keep an eye, make sure this is complete retconning to make it sound like you did this for a reason. You left him by the mayor's house, just make sure nothing happened.
Mhm.
Everything was chill over there, and it seemed like a decent place for him to like keep a general eye, make sure everything seemed fine. And you got a mental check-in this morning that confirmed nothing seemed out of ordinary in the way it had been. There were drunkards roaming about and so on, but nothing too insane.
So we're just like walking out of the bar, and like I don't know, try to find our way to Three Shadow Drive, and just like walking up behind us is Francis, because I'll call him over. Just
Click, click.
Miss Francis. Yeah.
That was you pressing the lock,
The lock,
unlock,
the
the
unlock
unlock
force.
on your keychain, so you can hear him.
Also, I don't think anyone like knows that Amrfell can communicate with Francis.
I know. That was just me. Signing doesn't know.
Yeah.
He just assumed. He just sees like faces
So
appear out of
just-
nowhere.
So it's walking up.
Hmm.
All right.
Our ride has arrived.
Shall see if we can find our way here.
Yeah.
All
And then we do.
Yeah, and I'll just start like asking random people in the street. Excuse me, sir. I'm looking for a Three Shadow Drive. Have you? Are you familiar with the location?
A lot of people like generally like sort of like don't know, like sort of are too busy, like brush you off. A particular person you interact with is like, yeah, Shadow Drive, yeah, and he immediately vomits, or he says
This city is
drive, and he
dealing
just keeps walking.
very well with its crisis.
Yeah.
It's like after the snap happened. Like
Like
They're
right
just
after everyone
decimated.
came back.
yeah. No one's coming back this time. Maybe
True. They're all
we
fucking
need a
dead.
lot of diamond dust.
You
We're going to eradicate the woods and buy all the diamonds in the world.
Oh my
and we'll fix it.
Eventually, you manage to find a person to manage to show you the way over to Shadow Drive, where there are 5 houses, all similar make. They seem to be in, I wouldn't say a state of abandonment, more of a state of, it seems like they haven't been lived in a while.
Mm-hmm.
All 5 of these places, yours rests within the middle of these 5 at 3 Shadow Drive, and you can tell that there's sort of in the would-be yards, more like would-be backyards, there appears to be several trees plotted behind and in front of both of these houses, sort of not obscuring them from view, but sort of like creating like a constant shadow that drifts upon the area around. And as you approach the place, it is a 2-story residence. There are windows. Along the both sides of the door, and then there are 3 that you can see on the 2nd story. The general color scheme of the house seems to be this greenish olive, along with red accents that articulate all the colors. And the door appears to be made of this solid spruce wood. The doorknob is brass, and the roof seems to be shingled with blue tiles.
Here we are.
So he like looks it over. Is it like gaudy colors? Because for some reason you said like red and then blue, and I'm just like, Power Ranger red and blue.
No, they're all very understated.
Yeah. Nice.
It appears that there's a little bit of an overhang of the 2nd story that extends outward a bit over a graveled lot.
It has a garage. We must get the Congadero post haste, and my gun. After we meet up with everyone, of course. But it has a garage.
I think in this time period, garages are just called stables.
Or carport. I guess it's more like
There's
a
no
carport,
such thing
but
as a
you know.
car.
There's no carports.
It's like, why is it called a carport? What's
We
a
don't
car?
have
It's a
cars.
port for your car.
Car
It's a
is short
carport.
for carriage.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yes. So it's
I guess it is
it's
a
a carport. Yeah.
It's a carport.
See, we came full circle. Language. And then we wait for.
I'll open the door. I'll just mount Francis.
We can go inside.
Oh, yes.
I thought we were waiting outside. Go inside.
Oh, I'm
Just
not
sneak
sure how long
outside
it will be.
for him to come back.
Yeah. Just waiting outside, so that way you know this is our house.
What do you do while I'm gone? Wait for you to
Welcome
come back.
to
Wait for you to come back. Let's explore the house, see if anyone left anything.
All right. Upon entry, you are met immediately with a room that has a score table. It's fairly deep in. It's a fairly sizable house. Nearer the back wall than closer to you, there is a table that is surrounded by 4 more cushiony-looking chairs, almost comparable to sofa chairs of today. To your right, immediately, there is a corner table whereupon rests a lamp, one of very beige, and the lampshade is of a green coloration. Peering further past that, over a dividing half wall, you can see a kitchen. There is the countertop, along with several storing crates. There appears to be some sort of closet / pantry in there. Currently, the door's closed right now. There is a table with 4 more kitchen-style chairs set across a circular table. Looking in the northwest part of the kitchen, there appear to be stairs that go upward. There also appear to be 2 closets in this room. Oh, sorry, my apologies. A closet and a door that you assume leads to the yard in the back. And set upon the table in this sort of center living room is another lamp. That's not a lamp. Hold up, I'm looking at a drawing of me.
What did I
Not a
draw?
lamp?
Does it have another genie in it though?
That's a giant squid.
Oh no, that's to signify
If
that
I had the
it has like drawers and stuff in it. Sorry, my apologies.
I was like, if I had a nickel for every time we had a we had an object with a genie in it, I have 2 nickels. It's not a lot, but it's weird it happened twice.
Did you get trapped by the same guys as
My name's
Suckered
Whiskey.
me.
just a bunch
They got
of
the true name.
mages, like,
They got your true name too.
running
Hey, man.
around?
Hey, man, I could do the same deal as you, bro.
Collecting genies.
Like
And
Infinity
accidentally
Stones.
giving them to us.
They're like Pokemon.
We need
I mean,
Earth,
isn't that
Wind,
kind of-
Fire.
What happens to Pokemon? You put them in the
We need
little ball.
It's true, yeah. Pokemon are
Moving
basically
on.
just genies.
Moving right
Moving
along.
There are genie Pokemon.
It's true.
This
You got like
seems to
Koopa.
be the entirety of the first floor.
Ooh.
Mm.
I'll
Upstairs?
start- Head upstairs, yeah.
Scoping this place out, checking for possible. Like, I don't know. Is there a hidden slot in here?
Oh, hidden
Funny
what?
doppelganger. Funny doppelganger.
Slide.
A
Roll a
sled?
perception check.
I don't know. I just thought they were. I for some reason, like whenever they transformed, I was just like, they're slot. They just are the funny toad monsters in my head.
What?
They don't look like that, but it's
No.
what I was figuring.
Also, the floors are wooded in here, and the walls are sort of barren. Also, these wooden planks that stretch upward. A rather unpainted coloration to them, almost like they weren't painted because they're unpainted. Anyway, I don't know why I phrased it that way.
I noticed this.
These unpainted paintings are not painted. Well,
Isn't that just a canvas?
This tree's an aspen. You can tell by the way it is.
Not wrong.
Uh-oh. You guys hear me?
did McClure die? Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh,
No,
hello?
I thought it was
that was
my
the
internet
end of the
again.
explanation for the first floor.
Oh,
Oh, we're
okay.
going upstairs.
Oh, yeah, we're going upstairs.
Oh, okay, you are. All right. All right. You make it up the stairs, and immediately upon making it up, you see this rather nice-looking desk that is pushed up against the wall immediately facing in front of you. To your right, you will see 2 beds with a nightstand in between, to which leads upon the opposite sides of the beds. There is a door that appears to lead to another room, and then a door opposite the wall that you entered to the right of the desk that appears also to lead to another room. The desk does appear to have quill and ink set upon it and a fair amount of empty parchment left there. And the nightstand has a simple sort of journal, it looks like, that was appears to have pages torn out of it. All these beds have super simple linen blankets, all white or off-white, and the color scheme of the walls and floor matches that of what you found below.
And how many beds were there? Sorry, I missed that.
There are 2 that you can currently see. However, there are 2 doors that you can assume lead to rooms based off of what you view from the outside.
I'll open one of them.
Oh, which one?
Left.
All right. The leftmost door. You enter it. It seems to be a simple room. There is a bed in the center of the room, not pressed into a corner, set against the wall immediately to your right, along with a nightstand to the right of it. There is a window peering outward to directly across from the door, and there is a window directly across from the bed that the bed is facing.
Is there anything out the window?
The outside.
The outside. The bathroom is on a door immediately to the left of the from entry. It is to the left of these tables and this table and the sort of couch chairs. It is a bathroom that has a almost like body length mirror that stretches to a fair width, and then on the opposite wall of that is your simple washing sort of chamber pots. I forget the name of what they call is it just a bathtub? The like things they bring you in like old time
like a wash basin?
There you go. Not exactly fancy enough for a full-blown tub, but got your own personal wash basin.
Nice. And there's one more door?
Yes, there's two more, one of which can be assumed to be a pantry for the kitchen, and the other one seems to lead outdoors, probably.
Oh, all right.
So there are 4
check that.
bedrooms?
There are 3 bedrooms, one of which has 2 beds.
Okay.
I'm gonna destroy one of the beds. Someone has to sleep together.
Brandy has her box.
True. And Solera trances, so...
That's true. She'll sleep sitting up. She prefers a bed, though, for what it's worth.
Cyan destroys one of the beds, and then it's just like, oh, I guess that was your bed, Cyan. Good luck.
And there was only one bed.
Brandy gets one of the rooms, and you just walk in, and it's just like the smoke box sitting on the bed. It's like, God damn it.
It's like, she's claimed it now.
The room's empty. There's just a table, a nightstand in the middle with the box set on top of it.
The only furniture she needs.
Another box for the box. The box is all the way down.
It's just a Russian nesting doll of bigger.
That's put her in the lamp.
But we wait. We've explored the house.
Oh yeah.
Is it stocked?
I'll check the back door or this other door.
Oh.
As you open the back door, you open it into a rather large yard. Actually, it seemed to be obfuscated by all the trees that are planted around. Within the yard, there appears to be the necessary requirements to house and stable horses.
Oh.
There appears to be 7 hay bales that currently exist there right now, and there is also what appears to be a garden that hasn't been tended to in a while.
I'll check around the sides of the house to see if there's a way to get like horses from the front to the back. So like a gate.
As you look around the area that overstretches by the what Sinian called the garage, the carport. Through there is a gate that opens inward, made out of wood that you can open, and probably is enough room to bring the horses in.
Nice. I'll open that and then call Francis over into the back.
All right.
Seal him away.
Get him some hay, do some horse maintenance, and wait for everyone else to get here.
Cyan, you're doing horse maintenance while Cyan is slowly sinking into the sofa chair, just like,
Just like goes back to bed. Gonna spend the next
Sleeping-
2 weeks asleep.
Hop out the recliner, take a nap, just like my mom.
Recliners are
Alright.
so great.
They're pretty
Yeah,
great.
she's got a real comfy one. It's got a cup holder in it too, and everything.
Nice.
It's also a rocking chair, so the cup holder is counterintuitive.
I mean, better than just keeping it on your lap. Anyway,
Yes.
Anyway,
After settling everything with the owner and runner of the
bathhouse?
Ericsson's steamers, you make your way over to go ahead and give me a survival or perception check. See if you can find it yourself, or see if you're gonna need help.
they get lost. Let them lose their way.
I'm helping you.
Put my
On their way to the castle keep, it was a maze of buildings, and they were lost. Many a man had gone mad. Wanderings
What are
in
you
the
saying right
souls.
now?
What?
What are you
it's
saying right now?
It's a long story.
Ah.
Don't worry about
I
it.
got a 10.
You kind of sound like you were doing the fucking Candy Mountain.
It's true.
I'll pull up a clip. Kitty man, Jerry.
Shun the non-believers.
My
It
sister
takes you a
used to
little
watch that all
bit,
the time.
but probably around 20 to 25 minutes. You go about town, not exactly in a huge hurry, taking in the general sights of the more neighborhood-esque sprawl, where a lot of these houses seem to be rather low income, and then it completely switches to these large 3-story almost mansions that expand into the area. It's very intimidating, but you're able, well, for some of you, and you eventually manage to find this tree-shrouded shadow lane, where you find, just counting up the numbers upon the houses themselves, you find 3 shadow lane.
I was gonna say who sees it first, but yeah, I realized Celera is probably very overwhelmed by all these houses and stuff.
I mean, I have a passive perception of 11, so I think you're still gonna beat me.
Yeah, I would say Solira was probably going to see it first, like, despite everything.
I think this is it.
Well,
3 Shadow Drive?
that would do it.
Do you suppose they call it Shadow Drive for a reason?
No, I think they just kind of slap names on shit.
That
No shade. No shade. Because it's in the
Could
shadow
also
lane.
be
This is Shadow Drive.
The shadow drive.
Let's let's look inside. I'm sure the boys are already here.
the door, like, they didn't leave the door open or anything, did they?
Hammerfall.
Yes, they forgot to close the door.
We probably closed the door on the way in.
Yeah, you're probably in the back.
Yeah, I'm still probably in the back. You may hear
I'm
noises.
gonna-
Horse noises.
Horse sounds.
Still, so it does sound like there are, like, people here.
Yes.
You hear Sinean snoring.
Well, I don't know if it's Signy.
Nah, he's not snoring. He's
Harrowfell
he's
just has this
relaxing.
constant prattle where he's just really
Everybody
always
just
talking.
talks to Francis all the time.
He's whispering sweet nothings to him.
No, he doesn't. listen.
Okay, then
He's
I
a
am
troubled-
reasonably certain that this is the right place. So I'm gonna carefully open the door. Hello?
Roll a dex. No.
No! Mayor Hike just pranked us.
You just get
You got-
over the door.
You just got pranked, bro.
Punked.
I put wet cement in a in a bucket so that way the cement will fall on you.
Doesn't
You'll get
cement,
turned to
like,
stone.
give you chemical burns?
It'll also harden and then crush your bludgeon you to death. But yes,
Athendel declares war on Hendrix.
Sinean set up the cinder block, so Sinean declares war. He's like, I didn't think it would hide it in the box. That it would
Declare
still be
war
wet.
against Cynian.
I think that's just called like being arrested.
That's called a crime. Yes.
That's just called murder.
But what if you're strong enough? Then it's war.
Mm.
You will open the door to a very relaxed Sinian sitting on one of these couch chairs, slowly sinking into it. And that is where we're going to take a break.
Yeah.
Yay.
Cynian's painting. Smile.
Like, he's like in that position when you're like lying down and your chin is just like up on your chest. When
You
the
got-
rest of
yeah.
it is completely horizontal.
He's like painting.
When you've
I'll make
been
a-
laying in bed
I'll
for
make
like
a-
6 hours.
I'll make a painting check at disadvantage because this is not the best paintings posture.
Alright.
We got a 2,
Back
guys.
in-
Wait, no. That was me rolling a d4. I'm dumb.
10:30?
10:30?
Yeah.
Oh, we're taking 15?
Sure.
Oh,
Nice. Best painting yet.
yikes! Not great.
That's an 8, baby.
All right, you guys.
Natural 1. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Love that. So we're gonna take a break really quick. I will be back in just a few minutes. And we can hang out for a bit between part 1 and part 2. See you guys in a minute.
Yeah.